welcome once again. One more year, one more Mardi Gras, one more Endymion parade. So here we are again. We got a lot of stuff to get into once again before we actually get to the parade footage. Some people have started to prepare and camp out as early as Wednesday, as we've seen. Some people just making an Endymion Saturday. I showed you how riders prepare. This beautiful parade that we love, how well, even though you see it hopefully every year, how well do you actually know the Endymion parade? I've got 5 questions. Let's call it a quiz. 5 questions to test your knowledge of the Endymion parade. Let's see how you do. No cheating. So, question 1. What are we going to start off with? I have joked about in previous videos the noise level, how loud it actually is on a float during an Endymion parade. How do we quantify that? So sound is measured in decibels, and you can measure it pretty easy. There's an app for it, there's a machine, but let's say right now, the sound of my voice as I'm talking right now, we're seeing, if you can see this correctly, somewhere between 75 and 80 decibels, peaks about 82, 83. So that being your reference, what do you think the decibel level is at an Endymion parade? So with that, let's get into question number. That was dramatic. All right. Question number 1. What event is equivalent to the noise of an Endymion parade? I'm going to give you 6 events that have a crowd. This is question 1. 6 events that have a crowd. I'm going to play it, and I want you to guess what is your best guess about the event that is equal to the noise level in an Endymion parade, and we're going to measure the decibel levels at each event. All right. First, this is a monster truck show. All right. So a monster truck show. Before they get started, just the announcements in the Superdome, which is a very large venue. This is the decibel level at the opening of a monster truck show.
Back here on the track, Over and Velociraptor coming here from Shaw, Oregon.
All right, so we got that, I think, somewhere between 85 and 90 decibels. So compare that to the sound of my voice. That's about what it is. It's not that bad at all. All right, example 2. This is at an NBA game, a Pelicans game. This is how they try to hype the crowd up. You know, get loud. Let's hear it for the Pelicans or any NBA team at that. What is the decibel level when the crowd actually starts to scream? All right, and I have that roughly, I think I caught that between 90 and 93, maybe 94. That's pretty good. All right, next, we're gonna go from an NBA game to an NFL game. So this is the Saints. This is a preseason game, so it's not, super ecstatic as far as electric inside there, but still excited. Now, this is the noise level when a play actually happens and the crowd, roars a little bit after a tackle is made. Let's check this one out. All right, so I have that one as roughly about 93 decibels. It kind of averages out there about 93. All right, next, this is back to the NBA. When instead of the get hype, this is, third quarter, fourth quarter. The crowd is actually into it at this point. Let's see how loud the crowd is when there's an exciting play at an NBA game. All right, that was definitely a little louder. I think I had that one somewhere between 97 and 103 decibels. So we're getting louder here. Now, let's go back to the monster trucks. This is the introduction of all the monster trucks coming into the arena. Now, this is when it starts to get quite loud. All right, now that one I've got clocked at somewhere between 105 and 110 decibels. So we're really getting up the scales here. Now next, let's see at a concert. This particular one is Justin Timberlake. The song he's singing is "Cry Me a River." Let's see how loud he can get on that one. All right, I have that peaking out almost the same, but it's a steady 110 decibels. So that's quite a lot. All right, so now with that, what do you think? How'd you do? Let's see at this point which one is the actual answer. Take a look. All right, so out of those two clips, the first one, I think we got about 93 is kind of how it averaged out. And the second clip, we got above 100. I think it peaked at 105 there. So what's the difference between those clips? If you rewind those clips, the difference between the two is the location of the crowd. So in the first clip, the crowd is behind the barricade. So the second clip, the crowd is right next to the float. So that little bit of separation, a little bit of difference equals the difference in that decibel level. The difference in the clips that we played is that really peaks. It goes up and the play happens and it goes back down. Even in the monster trucks, they race and then they come back down and idle. In an actual Endymion parade, it is more of a constant noise for the entire 4 hours, let's say, 4.5 hours, however long it takes. So it's more sustainable, and the float stops every now and then, of course, and it goes down, but it is more of a constant noise. So we're going to say, depending on exactly where the crowd is, it is equivalent to a major sporting event, be it NBA or NFL. I hope you got that one right. Let's move on to the next question. So this goes especially at a Endymion parade, but if you know somebody who's in another crew, it's the same type of question. This one is, you know somebody, you say, hey, I'm gonna be here, throw something at me. All right, well, exactly how easy do you think it is for somebody on a float to find a specific person in a crowd? Let's take a look at what our options are. It's a piece of cake. You already know who you're looking for, right? 2, somewhat difficult. You don't really know exactly where they are, so it takes a little bit. C, very difficult. It's a large crowd. D, almost impossible, like playing Where's Waldo. And last, good luck with that. Well, let's see. How hard do you think it is to find somebody in the crowd? Now, let's see if we can quantify this. This is a little bit subjective, but let's just see if we can quantify it. You've seen in my prior Endymion videos where I found my family right there on the ground, throwing right at them. It must be not that hard, right? Well, let's take a look at the video. Here's one from 1 year. Bam, I hit them perfect with the glow sticks. Here I am again. I'm looking right at them. They're there. Can't be that hard, right? Throwing to them. Let's see another clip from another year. Wow, they're right there. All that stuff just for them. I had to have known exactly where they are. Well, not quite. I have to actually come clean. This is what I use to find my family. So what is this? It's a flashlight, duh. Well, it's because I actually cannot find them. So let me show you. I'm gonna replay those videos and let's see. This strobe light is what I actually use. I'm gonna replay those videos and we're gonna see 2 or 3 seconds beforehand what that video looks like. So this is the same video as the first clip. You can see there it is. The strobe light has started, and only at that point in time do you see me in the background right about now with the glow sticks, waving them in my hand, and I know where they are. But I needed that assistance from my wife to tell me where they were. Other than that, I did not see them. Here's the next clip once again, and you can see it starts off with the 1,000-mile stare. If I do that in slow motion, I have no clue. I'm trying my best. There's a strobe light. It's in my face, and only at that point do I actually know where they are. So I got cute with it this past year in 2024, and I said, yeah, I've been doing this for a few years. I don't need that strobe light. Fail. Let me show you what that looked like. This is my view from the extravaganza, and I know that my wife is right in this area and I cannot find her. Let's see, I'm looking, I say, wait, I know they're right about here. I know they're right in that area. I just can't see them. They're right there. Let's see. Well, let's slow down that clip. I'm going to show you a freeze frame. When I said that and I put my hand up, you can see that my wife is actually right there. I had it in my spidey sense correctly, but I could not find her. Let's see what that looked like from her perspective. So this is her perspective. Me, there it is again, the 1,000-mile stare, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Now, right, I know she's right about here. She's right there, and I had it right, and she's calling my name, and I did not see it. There we go. Still have the 1,000-mile stare till I go behind the curtain. So for me, it's a good luck with that, unfortunately, without my my strobe light tool. But let's see. This is about you, not about me. 2 questions in. How are you doing so far? Next question. How long is an Endymion parade from end to end? By long, I mean length, physical length, not time. Physical length, how long do you think the parade is? We know how much time it takes for the average person to see it, but the length of the parade. I'm just going to throw a lot of options out here, and you can pick which one you think in increments of a half of a mile. What do you think? All right, we got it. All right, dramatic effect. Can we get on with the video? Thanks. Now, to give you some reference, I know every one of us has been in a parade and seen the helicopter circling around from above. This is the actual view from one of those helicopters. So if you just try to count the floats and how long do you think these city blocks are, just so you get a rough reference of what it looks like from an aerial view. So this next photo is a little bit more zoomed in. This is everybody looking like ants at the flashing lights that is the parade floats, the floats in the Endymion parade. So with that reference in your head, how long do you think the parade is from end to end? So how do we get to 3? Let's take a look at what we know. If we look at this map, this shows the staging area where all the floats are before the parade starts. So it has to fit at least in that space. Each one of the straightaways here is about a half a mile. So with the U-turn, it's got to be a mile. So the floats have to fit in that mile zone right there. In addition to that, we have the bands. Now, I don't really know physically how long the band units are, but let's just say 1/10 of a mile. That's with the drum majors, the dance teams, and the band itself. 1/10 of a mile seems reasonable. So last year, I count roughly 17 bands in the parade. I could be off by 1 or 2, but 17 bands at a tenth of a mile is 1.7 miles. So our 1.7 miles for the band plus the mile for the floats gives us at least 2.7. And we'll throw in, make it an even 3 once we count the Marine Corps, all the Budweiser horses, all those other things that are in the parade. I think we can reasonably say it's at least 3 miles, could be more. Let's put that in perspective. This is a map of the actual route as we go from City Park to the Superdome. This route is roughly 4.7 miles, a little bit more maybe. So if you think about that, if there are no gaps in the parade and it's going straight, the length of the parade is about 60% or more of the actual length of the route. That's pretty amazing. So how you doing so far? All right, question number 4. This gets back to a throw. Last year, 2024, was the first time we had this throw, and it's a horse with a little guy, a jockey on the back, and it says Endymion, how cute. And on that jockey, there's some initials, EJM. So question here is, what does the horse and the initials represent? Why is Endymion throwing a horse? A local high school and its mascot. B, it's the origins of Endymion with the captain. C, stop looking into it, it's just a Mardi Gras throw. D, random initials so kids in the crowd can relate. E, it's a connection to the movie Seabiscuit. Does Endymion have any connection to the movie Seabiscuit? Let's see. Well, let's go. So there you have it. This is the origins of Endymion and the captain. And there you go. EJM represents Ed Muniz. Sorry, I do not know his middle name. If somebody knows that, please put it in the comments. But that represents, well, why the horse? Why the horse? Well, because the origins of Endymion, of the parade, not the mascot. The mascot is from Greek mythology. You can look that up. Youth, I believe it is. Youth and fertility. I'm not going to get into that story, but the horse itself is from the fact that our founder, Ed Muniz, named Endymion the parade it is because of a horse race that he had been in at the fairgrounds, and the horse that he won on was Endymion. So most parades tie back to Greek mythology, as does Endymion, but the reason it is Endymion is because of that horse race that he won at the fairgrounds, and that is the tie between the horse and Endymion itself. So this one is from a rider's perspective. Are we done? The parade starts usually every year about 4:15, and if you're at the beginning of the parade route, you would see the first float at 4:15 in probably 30 seconds. Question here, how long does a float wait in the staging area after the parade starts after entering the route? Options are, we'll just do it 20-minute intervals, half-hour intervals here. How long do you think? So this really comes from the perspective of float 36. Endymion has 36 floats usually. If you were on float 36, how long would it take you to start throwing after 4:15? So here are some snapshots that I took from the WDSU Parade Tracker app. Last year, I was on float 27. So you can see the timestamp here. It's about 6:30, and my float, you can see right here, the red dot is the start of the parade. And at 6 12:30, more than 2 hours in, I still have not made it to the front of the route. So we're already 2 hours in. The next photo we have here is 6:45. My float has made it to the starting line. So that's 2.5 hours already. And once again, in this case, am in float 27. There's 10 more floats to go. So if we just do the math really quick, if it took that long for me to get to the starting line at 27, 2.5 hours, I think we can say it's easily feasible that float 36, although I don't have this specifically, it could wait easily up to 3 hours before they would actually start throwing. So just understand it's a large parade, and it's a little hard to gauge here because there are stops in the parade sometimes that could change it, but realistically, it's quite a long time. So with that, 5 questions. How did you do? How well do you know the Endymion parade? Let me know in the comments. But with that, without any further hesitation, let's get to this year's parade footage. It should be a blast.
young people. And so today, we have a proclamation honoring all of your accomplishments and for being, of course, Grand Marshal of Endymion. And it reads, that the City Council hereby celebrates and commends Libby Brown's outstanding accomplishments in gymnastics and her positive influence on the community. It is a further response that we encourage all citizens to follow her journey, support her endeavors, and strive to emulate her dedication and spirit. Congratulations, Libby, for all you've accomplished and for being Grand Marshal tonight.
marathon parade. He is formally introduced by Captain Dan Kelly as an end of the extravaganza. Let's all welcome Endy as he takes his place with the other iconic